All right. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to do this interview. It's really cool to see you guys in support of Devil You Know doing their first headlining show, and then I'm guessing it's your first time being in Minnesota, right?
As a band, yeah. I
Yeah.
spent some time as a kid in Rochester, so.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, as a band for sure. First time
Really cool.
playing here, so
Oh, that's awesome.
exciting stuff.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, and this is actually my first time here too at Opinion Brewery. It's actually one of the first shows I've heard being here too, since they made it more of a bar and music venue. So that's cool.
Awesome.
You guys are breaking it in for metal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. When I walked on stage and saw it was an old bowling alley, and the pins were still behind us.
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited because it just looks cool, and then there's tons of room for us to run around on stage. Some of the venues we've been like crammed as a 6-member band. You know.
Oh yeah, I can imagine with 6 members in a band, and you know, with it's already hard enough to get enough stage room. So when you got 6 members in the band, it's a little bit harder. But you know, this is a good sized stage, so you guys will be able to have some fun
definitely.
tonight. So how has the tour been so far for you guys?
Awesome, you know. Everywhere's been nice, everyone's been welcoming and really been digging our music and stuff, and everyone we met have been awesome, so touring with Devil You Know, they're all such good guys, man, and they kill it every day, and it's been really cool hanging out with them.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and how's the reception been? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are just discovering you guys on this tour. How's the reception been?
You know what? It's been good. Some places better than others, but overall, I'd say very positive.
Yeah. Even if it's like a smaller crowd or they've never heard of us before, by the end of the set, we've pulled them from the back of the bar up to check us out because we're just giving it our all, and they feel that eventually.
Yeah, that's a great sign of a band, especially, you know, just like doing a tour like this. If you're able to get everyone away from the bar and be able to bring them to the front of the stage, you guys are definitely doing it right.
Thanks, man.
So I've only been able to check out one song from you guys so far. And I really was enjoying what I heard from you guys. I hear a lot of cool influences and everything. Is this single a good representation of what you guys are all about?
It definitely is. It shows like a broad variety of what we can do in that one song. But if you like that one, then you're gonna love the stuff that we bring out in the future. We have another single coming out soon, and the album comes out in June, so
Oh, fantastic.
it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'll definitely be picking that up. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I already
thanks.
love what I'm hearing from you guys, so that'd be really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah. So how did this whole band come about?
We're like a collection of our favorite bands from Windsor, Ontario scene, and we linked up with Jake, and we started kind of put all the pieces together, all of our different influences, you know, from Slipknot to Dream Theater to Periphery, Volumes, Lamb of God, and we're trying to just blend the best of everything into one. Give something that, like, you know, a new metal fan might enjoy prog, and a prog fan might enjoy like something a little more accessible.
Oh yeah,
kind of
and
flavor.
yeah, it's a great way to do it. I mean, going with more modern metal and progressive metal, and adding your own spin to it as well. It's a good way to go about it.
Definitely, man. Like when we formed this band, our number one was just to be around people that we enjoy and are friends with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we've stayed true to that and make music that we haven't heard before and that we all enjoy playing and enjoy listening to.
So how long were you guys together in the local scene before you got this offer to be a part of the Devil You Know tour?
This band has been around 2 years. For years before that, though, everyone in this band has been in like different rival bands in the same town, and this band's like the best of those people coming together, you know. And it's funny, Fran, through our producer Josh Wilbur, did a guest solo on our
Nice.
record, and we became really good friends with him, and that's kind of how this tour started. So
Yeah, it's cool to see the connections that you can just make like that, and now you guys get to tour North America. That's really cool.
really cool, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So is there any more plans for the rest of the year after the album comes out?
Oh, for sure. First thing I'm gonna do after this tour is take a few months off, maybe some time off. We're gonna release the album in June, and then you know, September we're gonna look to play some more shows, maybe go on another tour, maybe a festival. Whatever offer comes our way, man, we'll definitely jump on it. So
Oh, very cool. So we're, of course, with the previous bands as well. were you doing more touring in Canada, or was it just more localized, or is this like the first time that you guys have done like full scale touring?
Full scale tour first time. People in my band have toured locally in Canada. Chase has played a bunch in LA. He was in an LA band for a few years before Oni.
Nice.
And definitely our full length tour across country. So it's been really fun, man.
Yeah. So, those who haven't heard the new song yet, how would you be able to describe you guys?
It's kind of like Botomy. Got a lot of melodic parts, a lot of heavy parts, something in it for everyone, I'd say. A lot of shred, a lot of changing parts in that song. There's some classical stuff. You know, our drummer loves classical music. Chase is a jazz bass player. I just like to scream. So, like, between all of us, it's definitely a collection of who we are. But I think they'll like Eternal Recurrence. It's got a really catchy chorus, and then it's got some really nice, heavy breakdowny parts. So, definitely something in it for everyone.
Oh, very
I
cool.
think that's the beauty of Oni is in bands that I was in previously, it was kind of one person's vision and people would kind of like try and throw in their 2 cents. Oni's really like a solid collective of best friends and their influences, and I've never been part of a project like that. It's been like the best thing I've ever been a part of just for that reason. And the more we go out on the road, the more I see how rare that actually is. Like I don't take it for granted, but I figure that everybody is best friends with each other in their bands, and I find out more often than not it's not always the case.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot too. No matter how big or small, I mean, sometimes it's just literally about the music. Like sometimes musicians don't even hang out with each other outside of practice or playing shows or recording. So I always think it's great because it makes for better music when everyone in the band is actually friends and they have similar music that they can get behind. And I think that inspires a lot more greater music.
Yeah.
For sure.
So being on this tour, what is the biggest thing that you've learned so far doing this?
Biggest thing I've learned is that everyone's gonna take your music differently, and definitely resting is really important when you play shows every day as a vocalist. I've learned a lot about, I guess, my band and my friends, and we've really kind of hung out a lot more than we normally do. Even though we hung out all the time, it's like every day, nonstop. You know, sleeping like right next to everyone's like there, so it's like
It's awesome.
pretty
Sleepovers
cool.
every night.
Sleepovers every day, every night. So I don't know. It makes me appreciate home for sure. But you know what? It's been fun, man. I wouldn't replace it for the world. Like, it's been great.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, and I'm glad to see it too. I mean, being an up-and-coming band and being from Canada, I know it's not always the easiest thing getting into America, especially with all the visa issues that are going on. And being able to hit America and right before the new album comes out, that way everyone gets inspired to listen to you guys, and then when the new album drops in June, hopefully it just explodes and everything starts to pick up from there even more.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing that I've learned on this tour, it would have been cool to probably release a few more songs before the album, before the tour started, so people kind of knew what more to expect. But so far, man, everyone, who I've talked to really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All the shows and stuff. But definitely when this album comes out, when we come back, I'm sure there'll be a bit more splash in the pond.
Very cool. So have you gotten any tips or any advice from Devil You Know on this tour yet?
All the time, man. We hang out with those dudes like every day. They're really cool guys. Yeah, lots of advice.
Like load-ins and load-outs, and they're super professional and have been around the world, and this is our first tour, and we've learned by their example on how to go on tour and be professional as well, and we're really lucky for that. Our first show, we knocked it out of the park based on our standards, and then we saw them play that night, and we're like, okay, here's a band that's played like 100 plus shows minimum, and now we know we're kind of setting the bars for ourselves live. It's been really cool.
Yeah, man. Like, even not just that, like, there's so many assholes in the music industry, and people that like try to take advantage of artists and stuff, and talking to Devil You Know dudes, they give you some good advice, man, what to look out for in this world, man. Not everyone's out for your best interest, and they've been really good kind of mentors in that sense, telling us like, watch out for them, like, you never really know. And it's good to hear from people that like have been in your situation and been in your position, how to take certain things, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see that they are as cool as I always imagined them to be as well. And of course, again, just like bringing a band like you guys out and being so respectful and caring about the opening bands as well. I mean, it's great to see that the metal community really does care about each other.
They do, man. Like, they've been great people to us, so we'll never forget that. That's for sure.
With this being the first major full-scale tour, what would be the best advice you could give to bands that might be thinking about touring in the future for the first time?
Stay true to yourselves and stay best friends with each other. Never give up the band of bros kind of like mindset, because yeah, like Jake's saying, if you don't have each other's back, like, the rest of the world is a scary place. But together we stand, divided we fall.
Don't eat Del Taco.
Yeah. That's pretty good advice too.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think there is any in Minnesota, so
Good.
that should be good. But anyone who listens to this outside of Minnesota, that's some good advice.
That shit will fuck up your bowels.
Yeah, and you're on a bus with a bunch of dudes and everyone's farting. It's not that chill, basically.
Yeah, when you're in a small enclosed van for several hours at a time every day, it's nice to be nice to the other members of the band and not have your flatulence take over.
You also don't want to stop to take shits 5 times in one day.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, especially when you got to hit the deadlines to load in. I mean, you don't want to be held back because you're at the gas station for an hour because you regretted some Del Taco.
It's just never ending.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to do this. I'm really looking forward to being able to see what you guys present to a live
You
setting.
coming to the show tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely staying here.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I never like doing interviews just to do interviews and then hightail it out of here. I want to see the bands. I love live shows and
Right on.
yeah, all that stuff. So once again, thank you for taking the time to do this. The new album drops in June. What's it called?
Iron Shore.
Iron Shore. Okay. Is there anything you can talk about, like thematically or lyrically? Is there like anything with the album that comes through, or?
I'd say every song's very different, you know. Some songs are about me, some are about other people's experiences, some are about like kind of themes, like Eternal Recurrence, for example, is like a Nietzsche philosophy about if you'd be happy living the same day over and over again, or would it be like a really bad thing, you know? And then there's some songs that I wrote lyrically from music we've had for a while, about Chase doing a bunch of acid on the beach and me having to go get him, and you know, like every song's different, man. But theme musically, would you say there's a theme like musically through the album?
I think I like what you said. Every song's different, you know.
For
That's
sure.
kind of the
Just a
theme for
collection
this
of good
album.
songs.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
There's one song that's just like 4/4 start to finish, pretty much just clean singing, and that's like, I guess, more of a single. And then we have stuff that like no part repeats once, and it's like 12 minutes long, super prog, loads of shred. And we have stuff that's like just super slamming and heavy and groovy, you know, that like a Lamb of God fan can get down with, or like someone of that style of music could appreciate, you know. So it's definitely big old mix.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to that one, and of course I'll be playing that on my radio show as well to give you guys
Thanks,
some
man.
proper coverage
Nice,
around
dude.
here. So, oh, absolutely. Well, once again, thank you for taking the time to do this. I can't wait to see you guys live. Before we wrap it up, is there anything else you'd like to bring up that I haven't brought up yet?
Not off the top of my head.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
You young, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, once again, that was the guys from Ani. Make sure to go check them out on the current North American tour with Devil You Know if it's coming your way anytime soon, and look out for the new album Iron Shore coming out in June. This is that drummer guy, Josh Runquist. Thank you.